In this video, we're going to cover the process poller, whereby you can monitor your processes and services, depending on whether you're looking at Linux or Windows machines, on your system, reporting on availability, number of instances, CPU time, and memory used. Start by going to the Device Manager page, so Devices, Device Manager, and editing the device of your choice. And depending on the OS that we discover when walking the device, the process poller may or may not be automatically enabled. If it's not, go to the process poller, make sure it's toggled on, and then edit the monitoring information. Now SevOne ships with a lot of default processes defined here, and you can toggle them on or off in this menu here. So these may not all exist on the server, and if they don't, they won't eat up an object count. But if we do find that there's an instance of, let's say, tomcat.exe, well, then we'll create an object for it. So that's essentially what that does there. But what if you have a custom service, custom executable, or even a custom script that you'd like to monitor in the system? Well, to add your own processes and services, you're going to want to go to the Administration tab, down to the Object Subtype Manager. Select the appropriate plugin, in this case the process poller. It's only one object type. Well, as you can see, everything that's currently in the system. But what we're going to do is actually add a new subtype. So let's say I have a deferred data script running on the server I'm looking to monitor, and I always, instead of maybe using a cron job, I decided to loop internally within that function, and I want to make sure that it's always up and running. Well, what I can do is add the run path. So I could also just do the run name, but it's kind of hard to mess this one up, so I like to actually just specify when possible. And then this would report on all instances of Python running at any poll interval when we happen to catch it. But if I want to supply the run arguments, so the actual name of the script, I would just have to point it at the appropriate directory. And now this is kind of assumes a Linux kind of operating system, but it should be fairly straightforward on how one would adapt this to other operating systems. If I update, now the is common button here will determine whether this is automatically tested for when a new device is created, or if you need to toggle that on in the manner that I showed just moments ago. I'm going to leave that off for now. Hit save. So now we have a new object type, and I can check the availability of that individual script and how much resources it's using. That works for any executable, any Windows service, so on and so forth, provided SNMP is enabled on your system.